Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I've got a pretty awesome tour of a full profile fifth wheel with 101-inch wide body construction. So you tall people are gonna love it, but also people that are gonna be like multiple couples or maybe have some bigger kids that need a little separated space are gonna love it as well. Dual bedroom, dual bath, dual entry, with one of the industry's tallest bedrooms, 84 inches of head height. So I get a ton of messages on like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. YouTube obviously doesn't have a message feature, but a lot of comments about, hey, I'm 6'6" and I can't seem to find a camper. Well, for you tall people, this is going to be a great one. It's also got really good, construction quality with the Aluma structure, 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, spray foam in the cap. So that's going to be nice for, like your summers or your winters. It's just a more expensive way of doing the cap, a more efficient way, there as well. 3 ACs, 2 of which are standard. The third one's optional, but most people get it that way. They're also whisper quiet. There's just a lot to go over with this, but all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the description, along with a link for the pricing and the manufacturer. So if you need a little bit more information, or maybe something I didn't get into, on the real technical side, feel free to find that info there. And if you don't mind, if this is your first time on the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. I do daily RV content, but this is the 2024 Columbus 376 DS. And I don't know what the DS stands for, so maybe you do, but maybe like dual, I don't know. But you have dual slides here in the living room, so you're going to see, again, 101-inch wide body construction. The only complaint about this RV that I see coming, because it happens every time I do one with 2 beds, is not enough seating. You got your queen bed up front, and then dual baths. You get the loft. So you get a lot of people that can come with you, but you don't have enough seating. And I don't know where people think that the seating is going to come from, but you have a dinette that can seat 4, and then you have power recliners that can seat 2. Massive windows, because you have a massive head height, 6'10". I mean, I'm 6 foot, and you can see there's a ton of space there. You flip it around, and it's going to be right across from your TV. So perfect viewing area right where that recliner is, which is pretty darn nice. You have a fireplace that'll heat up the entirety of this room, so it's going to be a free source of electric heat. You also have a heat pump, so there's going to be 2 places where you can get electric heat that's going to be free down at the campground. That TV is going to be on a swivel. It's going to be a 50-incher. I mean, big storage with the black glass insert. Industry's largest oven, the Insignia, 4 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings, 2 power towers, and then, I mean, look at that. You can put a bird in there, no problemo. And then I like this side because I do a lot of the cooking. This would be like my spice rack. I just think that's neat when people do stuff like that. So, I mean, again, the floor plan isn't different. I mean, I could probably name 7 brands that do this floor plan, but they do things a little bit differently. Like even like right here, most of them, don't have that. I mean, that's just pretty cool. I also like the fact that you have a place where you can put, a couple little extras. I'd probably, myself, I'd probably put a couple hooks there, use it for like my keys and whatnot. I think that would be pretty darn neat. But, you got an outlet right there. Maybe drop a Keurig machine and have a coffee while you're zipping out the road and getting back out to the camping. See, that's where these floor plans, for me, it doesn't bother me on the seating. I have 4 kids at home. I'm more concerned about where do I sleep them. So the 2 beds with a loft, and then having this is kind of secondary. I really like this setup personally. I just think it works out really well. But I mean, if I'm watching a movie, me and Mama are going to be right here. The kids will be down on the floor kind of doing their thing. Maybe the bigger one over at the dinette, and everyone's going to be happy. But that's just my opinion. So it's going to be power theater seating. You're also going to get USB and universal C. You're going to get cup holders so you can dual wield some drinks. But it's also going to be the kind that's pretty comfortable to sleep in. So if you need the extra sleeping space, you can see this drops down to a manageable sleeping area. I am more privy to sleeping in a recliner than I am up in that loft, that's for sure. But pretty darn comfortable. So you can see, I mean, I'm 6 foot, 300 pounds. I'm a bigger guy, and I fit in there just great. You can sit down and snuggle up with honey buns, and you are ready to rock. Well, another thing I do like, instead of having your kind of a basic ladder, is you have these built-in steps here that go up into the loft. So, I mean, talk about a great place to, you know, have a little tree fort action for the grandkids, or just, you know, some extra storage when you're zipping in and out. And actually, before we leave this main room, I forgot to touch on the island. Accent lighting, real wood finishes, hardwood for all the cabinetry, and around all the valances there as well. But your solid surface countertops, babe, if you're watching, I love you. You're going to get a bunch of pullouts here. So dishes, 2 of them are going to be just like that. You also have the stainless steel undermounted bowl with the high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. And then you have the garbage can and a place to put your stuff. But if you guys have you know, been watching this time, if you don't mind, drop a comment. Let me know what you think so far. Say hello. But this is going to be the bedroom, and I think I'm always in debates on this floor plan, and maybe you got some input on this. I don't know if I would make this my master bedroom, like, you know, the main bedroom, you know, or the other. You know, another thing that I really like about Columbus that they do a little bit differently is most brands use nothing but wood under here, but they continue with that aluminum, you know, kind of superstructure there by putting the aluminum, you know, underneath. It's also going to be strut free. So they do things that are going to be a higher end finish, but typically they come back at like $6 to $8 grand less than some of their competitors that are still putting, you know, wood underneath the bedding. 2 windows over here, 2 reading lights with built-in USBs and overhead storage. And then right over here, you're obviously going to be able to tell you got 4 of your dresser drawers that are going to be all, you know, like this. You also got a big old window, all the outlets you would need, a place to put a TV, along with the cable hookup, you know, and plug-ins and all that. You got a mirror. Check out the old bowling gun. Hanging clothes, no problemo. Big old space right there. And then to boot, they went ahead and kept it, you know, rocking right there too as well. They are going to get washer and dryer prepped up in the other bedroom. So that's where, you know, it's kind of nice having that washer and dryer in your bedroom. But at the same time, kind of like the idea of having it back here and running it at night and bugging your guests. I don't know. We'll see. Tell you, I've been talking to myself all day, so I'm starting to get a little bit of a gobbledygook brain. Getting a little crazy. Separate entrance. So that folds up into the doorway. You also see you got the safety rail that goes all the way down. And you got the old porcelain throne, so if you're a bigger person. And don't worry about that in my last videos. One said you need to drink more water. That's actually antifreeze. That was on Instagram. That was funny. That was like the head of the show there. Everyone just kept saying somebody needs to drink more water. Just cracked me up. Pretty cool. But now let's go check out the bedroom and the other bathroom. But again, this is the 2020 Ford 376 DS. This is your control panel right as you walk inside the door. So you have all your awnings, your lights, your kitchen, you know, your water heater, electric, so it's either gas or electric, which is nice. 12-gallon too, so a little bit bigger there. And then your tank heater, so it's going to be tank pads that go, that way you can keep camp a little bit later or a little bit, you know, earlier into the season than some of the campers out there. 30 amp solar charge controller, lets you know what the sun's doing, that you're, you know, getting some juice to the battery. And then that is going to be your, man, I'm struggling on this one. That's going to be your, like your power area where you can check all your fuse box. There you go. All right, so right here, another porcelain throne. You get a little bit of storage up in that top left area. But I really like the fact that it is just so tall. I mean, you got a shower that's big enough for 2. You have the Tri-Glide glass series to open up just a little bit wider. A place to sit down, shave your legs, or just let the hot water hit you. But I mean, I'm not exactly short. And you can see, I mean, I'm going all the way up. It's pretty darn incredible. I mean, if you were 6'7", 6'8", 6'10" even, you can take a shower in this bad boy. Boom. Boom. Bada bing. Bada doom. So you also got the old Steam Sucker 3000 right there. So it's going to be nice to have a real powerful fan for you. Smart TV, looks like a 32-incher, but you can play, you know, your Netflix and YouTube and all that kind of good stuff. Emergency exit, pull, push, and plop. East to west slide out on the bed, so you're going to get all this extra walk-around room, which just kind of goes with the theme. Better construction, wider body, you know, all that good stuff. You can also see you have some reading lights and a place to put, you know, an item or two. These are going to be those extra 2 chairs for the living room, and again, that aluminum structure. And then the windows do open up, you know, for a good breeze. That way you can, you know, catch that no problem. 4 pull-out dresser drawers. Washer and dryer hookups. Cabinetry too. Real hard wood. And then, I mean, check out this closet. Plenty of hanging room. You got the little cubby right there. It's pretty darn snazzy. Plus, I like the black glass insert, which has kind of got like a mirrored reflective finish there to it. But let me know what you think. Yeah, now we're going to head around the outside, do a couple of quick hitters, and then I'm going to be moving on to the next one. Again, it's the 2024 Columbus 376DS. And all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the descriptions video. You're going to get 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, dual awning, so this entire side's pretty much got some good coverage, which is always a plus. But they're metal wrapped, so you don't have to worry about, you know, any sort of, you know, kind of like tree branches or something coming in and nicking that canvas when they're rolled up, which is a plus. They also use a thicker membrane or TPO material. It's called Alpha Ply up on the top. Essentially what that means to you is it's a better roof, more secure roof, going to last a little bit longer. The material itself, I believe, has a lifetime warranty on it as well. You got the MORryde pin box. So that's going to be a little bit more comfortable for you when you're towing on that chucking and bucking when you're stopping your truck and taking off. It's going to absorb some of that shock. Underneath this door, you get some outside storage, pretty classic, you know, on the fifth wheels there. So not too much to go over. 6-point hydraulic auto leveling. You get a massive storage center because of how they're building these. And I'll show you the little pamphlet right here in just a second. But you have the Tough Flex flooring, so it's that kind of rough, tough, beat me up. You also have a pretty good material here, which I like, just kind of hiding some stuff. But look at that, no exposed wood, aluminum, welded at all angles. And then you have some outlets there. You got marine grade speakers there up top, slam latch doors with the metal and the magnetic clips holding it in. But I mean, look at this. You know, that's just nice to have. You got propane over here. Door with the screen. It's also got the little sling assist right there. So it's so see how it's like closing on its own? That's just so if you're maybe bringing in some groceries or something, you can pull that up and then not have to worry about it, you know, as you're going. But let's open that up because I want to show you these entry steps. One, you got the little light there just for safety purposes, but two, I mean, I just did that with 2 fingers, you know, not even breathing. Pretty darn cool. I mean, look at that. It's nice to have that. So that's where that spring assist is. That's going to be different from the one, you know, on the back, which is a little bit heavier, but still not, you know, cumbersome by any means. This is the safe T-rail. I'll show you an example of that there in the back, but it's going to come all the way down to here. Extra large grab handle. Frameless windows. You're going to have your Goodyear Endurance tires as well with ABS, the anti-lock braking system, and you're going to get tire pressure monitoring system. So you're really hitting it from all angles. Preventative, oh no, and then quality there as well. LP Quick Connect, and again, full profile. So what that's going to mean is it's even from the top or from the back all the way to the top. This would be an example of, you know, like a mid-pro, how it kind of angles down at the bottom. That ladder gives you access to your roof. You can see it's a pretty tall unit. I'm going to guess off the top of my head about 13.4 or so. That sounds about right. But it goes up and over the top to help you securely get on top of your fully walkable roof. Check your seals, check your slides, do everything that you need to do. There is a towing hitch, 3,000-pound tow rating, 300-pound hitch rating, so that way you can bring some bikes or pull something there behind you. These steps, like I said, fold up into the doorway. And this is that safety rail, so it's the same thing up on both sides there too as well. And even this back screen door is not neglected with that screenshot. Here's where you plug in the unit. There's where you dump the old stink tank. That's where you hook up the old stinky slinky. If you want to, you can add on slide toppers. Basically a piece of awning that goes from there to there. Prevents debris from falling off. And you see you're prepped for a Furrion backup camera there too as well. Dual axle. Ice maker valve for when you got to winterize that residential. That's another plus too. A lot of those 12 volts, you might not necessarily have to do as much work on the winterization. Your other dump, 12-gallon gas and electric water heater, and then your docking station with an outside shower, your different valves, city water connection, black tank flush, a second black tank flush. They're basically sprinkler systems for your poop tank, and then your water filter. Control for your auto leveling, again, hydraulic. But, you know, I think that about does it all. I think that about does the deed. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2024 Columbus 376DS. Hope to catch you next time. See you. No.